Hello ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Dorian and I recently got myself a new phone. I got myself a Sony Xperia XZ. It is a lovely phone. I'd love to do a review on it one day, but that's something I prefer to do after I had it for like at least a month, because you use these things every day and having it for one day doesn't really give you enough information about it. How will it perform after a month? Will it still work as smoothly as it does on the first day? You know, there might be some battery issues, there might be some, all sorts of things. So I prefer to sort of use it for a month and then give it a review. But so far, it's pretty good. And since I got the new phone, I've noticed this one thing. Obviously, after I downloaded it on my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, then I've noticed I have a few apps and games that I always download, that I always make sure that whenever I get a new phone, that I always make sure that I get. And I thought I'd just make a list of these games and apps that obviously like I'll be using every day, or it's just a video game that I know I'll play when I have some spare time and it will be a great time waster when I'm waiting for a bus or something like that. So without further ado, let's begin my top 10 list of free apps and games that are sort of essential to me in a daily usage of my phone. Number 10. Just to make one thing clear, there's no particular order to these things. I just made a list and that's the way it is. Because they're all essential to me. I'm going to get them anyway. There's no particular order to that. But I'll begin with one of my most used apps, which is called Notes. It's as simple as that. It's called Notes, and you basically write notes in it. What I like the most about it is that you just basically write a note, save it. You can make when you have loads, you can separate them into folders. If you're looking for a particular note, you just go into the search bar and just put a word in, and you find your note very easily. It's very easy to do the backup of your notes when you're switching phones as well. It's a great app. It's very simple to use. And I just love it. The only minor issue that I have with it is that whenever you make a note, you have to have a subject title, which I don't believe is necessary, but it's a nitpick. I don't really have that big of an issue with it. Yeah, I mean, it literally is. I've used Evernote and I've used some other notepad apps, but they were just either too complicated, the UI was ugly or something, and this is it's simple, it works, it does everything that I need, and it doesn't take that much space. Love it. Number 9. The next one on the list is Dice. It's a gig app. Like basically it shows you all the concerts, gigs and everything like near you and even beyond. But obviously the best part about it is that you don't pay any card fees. You just pay for the ticket and that's it. And there's a lot of free gigs and you get to find out new bands and all that sort of thing. It is a very good app. And basically, once you buy the ticket, it's on the app. So when you go to the gig, you don't have to print anything. You just show your phone and they scan the code. And that's basically it. It's a great app to find out new bands and all that sort of thing. So, number 8, Genius Lyrics. I listen to a lot of music. I listen to so much music. And I've been using MIXcloud. And I thought that was great because you were able to create your own lyrics cards and all that sort of thing. But then I've put on some Audio Slave and lyrics not available. I put some Rage Against the Machine, lyrics not available. I'm like, okay, what is going on? So I've searched for other apps and I found Genius Lyrics, and it's even better because it does exactly what MIXcloud does. It just doesn't give you the lyrics card, but it has the same library of lyrics, if not better, and it also has interpretations. You can click on the lyrics and then usually if a lyric has an interpretation, it has this underline. You click on it and then you see other people's interpretation on the songs, and I think that's pretty cool. And obviously it shows up in your notification bar, so you know when you're listening, you just click on it, boom, it's there. I use it all the time. So it's great. The only problem that I have with it, it's sort of when I'm listening to like remixes or like with house music or electronic music, it will show me the original song, even although the title will say that this is the remix, lyrics for the remix. It's not. It tends to lie. But minor issue, and besides that, it is a great app. Number 7, it's SUDOKU. It is by a company called TUNEin. It's one of my favorite Sudoku apps. I haven't tried every single Sudoku app, but once I found this one, I just stuck with it. It just works. It is great. You got 4 different difficulty settings. You can resume. You can play for a little bit, and after you finish it, you get your time, and you can upload it and see how you compared on this day in a percentage. Like, let's just say you did better than 68% of people today. What else do you need from a Sudoku game? You just play it, kill some time. It's Sudoku. There's not much else to it. You don't need any fancy freaking UI or anything like pictures or colors. No, it's just Sudoku. Works, doesn't take that much space. Love it. Number 6. BLENDOKU. It is not Sudoku, despite how much you would, by the name would suggest. It is a color tile matching game. 1 and 2, they're both free. They're both amazing. They're just loads of fun. The only problem that I have with it is when I play for too long, the colours start to blur and it's kind of impossible to play, you know, so you just have to sometimes just have to take a little break, close your eyes for a moment, then you open your eyes and you see, damn, I just put all the colours in the wrong order. But it is a great app, especially BLENDOKU 2. It has so many features that are just great, and it is the ultimate app for me. Like, I always get it every time. Like, I get a new phone, I just be downloading BLENDOKU and just playing for like hours. There's hundreds of puzzles. You can buy even more and remove ads and all that sort of thing. It is a great, and the ads are not invasive as well. That's another thing I forgot to mention about previous apps. There's no invasive apps. There's just like little thing on the top or something. There's nothing like blocking your screen in your face. So love it. Great app. Great game. It's a great time waster. Number 5. Danmaku KATAMARI. It was my favorite game. It was my favorite mobile game from 2016. It's an idle clicker, but it is not a lazy idle clicker. It's full of wonderful stuff. It's visually beautiful. It is. It has some great music. It has style. I mean, it's great. It's just the best idle clicker I've ever played. Like, there's some boring ones that are just very generic. That you have a still picture and you just keep tapping it and just buy little upgrades and stuff. They get bored quickly. With this one, I just keep playing it every now and then. I'll just pop it, I'll turn it on, but I'll just be tapping the screen, and I'll just be wasting so much time and buying, getting coins and spending it on upgrades, buying new Katamaris, and it's just lovely. It is a beautiful game. It is, and same thing with like ads. When you watch ads, you double your coins, and it's a free to play game. It never stops you from playing. There's no like a limit that you can only play for like a minute or two or anything. No, you just keep playing. You can keep tapping forever. Love it. There's nothing else to say. Number 4. That'll be Danmaku Unlimited. I'm a big fan of bullet hell shmups, and this is one of the best, and it's an Android exclusive. From what I know, this is an Android exclusive. You can't get it on iOS. I couldn't find it when I searched on iOS. So it is a bullet hell boss rush kind of game. Like, you get, I think, 30 or something odd levels in 4 different difficulties, and it's just basically you dodge bullet buttons and you try to do it as quickly as possible to get 3 stars. And it gets so difficult, like on the later difficulty levels. It is just insane. I just love it. It's also creative, like the bosses. They're just like some random watermelon, and it just shoots like all the pips from the watermelon. It is like that. It is funny. It is creative. It is fun, and it doesn't take that much space as well. It's another one of those games, and it works. I think it hasn't been updated in like 3 or 4 years, and it still works on like Android 7.0. Which is, like, there's a lot of games that just stopped working after, one update. So, I love it. It is great. It is fun. It's very simple. It just works. It's a great time waster. Number 3. Well, this is a tie between MIXcloud and TUNEin. Because I think I use TUNEin more, but I also love MIXcloud. They're basically, TUNEin is an online radio, basically. I think a lot of people know about TUNEin. Everybody, I think, knows about TUNEin more than they do know about MIXcloud. Because MIXcloud is more for like DJs that upload their sort of like their DJ sets on there, and you can put a track list, and it's a great app for sharing your DJ mixes. With TUNEin, you can obviously upload I believe you can upload your DJ mixes, but there's also live radio stations from around the world, and you get to listen for free. They're both great apps in terms of like music. like if you love music, you gotta have these two. I think you need to tune in more than you need MIXcloud, because unless you're a DJ and you're like into electronical music, you won't find much of use in MIXcloud, at least not in my opinion. But I love both of them, and they're just great. They're just great for discovering new music. Number 2, this will be Temple Run. I mean, back when Temple Run was originally released, I was still using old QWERTY Nokia phone. I think it was C3. I love that phone, but it didn't have all the like, it didn't have any of the touchscreen apps. So it didn't have what was it? Words with Friends. It didn't have. There was this drawing game where everybody was. I don't remember the name, but everybody had to draw something, and then you waited for the other player to guess what it is or something. It was a great game, but I never had it. Like, I couldn't play it. I saw everybody playing Temple Run. It was back in college. Everybody was playing Temple Run, and I was like, yeah, my phone doesn't have that. I have superior phone. My battery in my phone would last like 2 weeks. Typing was so much more fun because you actually felt the keys. I still had an SD card slot for music. All those things were superior, but it didn't have the apps. But Temple Run is one of those. It's one of the best endless runners you have. It is solid. It is fun. Temple Run 1 is nostalgic and it still plays well. It's a timeless classic. Temple Run 2 is great, but it keeps changing. They keep adding new stuff, which is good if you like that sort of thing, where the app is constantly updated and keeps getting new features and new events. It is a live app. It does constantly new maps and all that sort of. It is a great app. It's just I'm just basically repeating myself. It is fun. You just play it for every now and then, collect some coins, just tilt it. It is perfect use of an Android phone, like capabilities with a tilt and all that sort of thing. So, number 1. Obviously, like I said, there is no particular order to this list. Just because it's number 1 doesn't mean it's the best. But it genuinely is one of my favorite games. It's called Final Freeway R2. Wait, am I getting that right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is. Final Freeway 2R. It's not R2, it's 2R. It is basically an Outrun clone. It is available in the free version and a paid version. Basically, the free version has ads. That's about it. That's the only difference. They both play the same, and they're both amazing. They're just... If you played Outrun, you've got to play Final Freeway 2R, because it genuinely is. It is stunning. It has great music. The gameplay is solid, and it is just... I love it. It is a great game. It's one of my favorite racing games on my phone. So yeah, here is my 10 most essential apps that I use every day. I always try to make sure that I keep them on my phone. I try never to delete them. That I sort of like keep them, make sure that there's enough. They don't take that much space. I think all of these apps, they take at least 1 gigabyte of space together. Like if you have all of them, I don't think they take more than that. I think Temple Run 2 takes the most out of the whole list. And obviously, like, you gotta remember that TuneIn and MIXcloud sort of have the cache thing where they'll take a lot more space. But other than that, I try to always keep. They're always on my phone. I always have them. And what I would like to know is, what are your top 10 essential apps and games? It doesn't necessarily have to be Android, but it can be iOS. By the way, if you know a Notes app that can compete with my Notes app on Android, I would like to know, because I would like to have a Notes app on my iOS. To be honest, I have never looked if that Notes app that I'm using on Android is available on iOS. It might be. So if I might be wrong, but other than that, yeah. Obviously, I'll put the links to all the apps in the description, so you can find them, so you don't have to search for them. It's just going to be convenient. So like I said, if you have a list of 10 apps that I might not have mentioned in this list, just name them. Like I said, it can be Android, iOS, or it might be Windows Phone. But why would you torture yourself with a Windows Phone when you can have an Android or an iOS? Obviously, you should go with Android. I'm not being biased. Yeah, I'll get into this whole phone, iOS, Android, or Windows Phone. Which one should you choose? Which one is better? By just trying to be unbiased, but in a different video. But also, if you'd like to see me review the Sony Xperia XZ in a month's time, just let me know. Drop a comment, and if there's a lot of people interested, I will review it, because I think it's a great phone. It's a great improvement over because obviously I upgraded from Z3 and there's a noticeable improvement, and I don't mind making a video about it because I love this phone so far. Yeah, thank you for watching. Until next time, bye bye.